Oh, sorry, folks, are we live? Hey, everybody, welcome back to Friday Night Modern here at GameSwap and Mason. As always, I'm Mark, and I'm here with Mario, and we are in round. Is this 3 or 4? I think this is round 4. And
Hello.
we've got
There we go.
we got Eddie Sturgill on Green Black Tron and Robert Meadows on Jeskai.
So I think both of these decks people asked to see earlier, so that was convenient that we got this.
Oh, did they?
Got this matchup.
We
earlier on.
We are so good to our viewers. we deserve an Emmy or a Grammy or a Tony
A
or
streamy?
a streamy.
I think that's a real thing. No, that is a real thing.
A streamy?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes, it's like an online video.
Is this
awards.
invented by Reddit?
Probably
A
or
streamy.
YouTube or something along
Oh
those lines.
God! If we could win a streamy, I swear. Okay, well, looks like both players are shuffling. So Robert, it says Jeskai. I believe he's on a spell queller, low to the ground Jeskai.
Not big control.
Yeah, he can probably side into control kind of, but he's definitely not playing.
So we actually
Fencer.
saw this exact matchup a few weeks ago. This was the matchup where Andrew Soper fetched up the wrong Tron.
That's right. That's right. The matchup.
Yeah. So if you guys have
That
missed
matchup
this,
deserves an Emmy.
there is an iconic Top Deck Productions matchup commentated by Mark and myself, where a Jeskai Burn type deck is playing against Green Black Tron. In Game 2, the Tron player has natural Tron on turn 3 off the Expedition map, or Sylvan Scrying or something, but gets the wrong Tron land, so he doesn't have Tron, and then he just concedes right there.
Shame scoop. Yeah,
If you guys dislike Tron and want to see it lose, that's a good match to watch.
Yeah,
it's on the YouTube.
it was very enjoyable. It's the kind of thing that only happens in your dreams, you know. Like every time I'm playing against Tron and it's their turn 3, I actually intentionally go to sleep and try to dream up that that's going to happen. And then I open my eyes and they played natural Tron in the card. But sometimes if you dream hard enough. Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, Robert took my hat.
We were curious whose hat that was. It was sitting next to the table.
Yeah, that's my hat. He took that. For those of you wondering, it says Mossy Oaks on. Mossy Oaks is a camouflage brand. They actually were the innovators of the patterned shadow, the sinewy silhouette camouflage that produces a pattern that is the most realistic kind of camouflage because it has natural shades under it. They accomplished this by soaking the camouflage, soaking the cloth in like a film.
That's how they do modern camouflage.
Yeah, and
they invented it.
But Mossy Oaks invented it, and
right.
I think it got picked up by the military,
yeah.
and now
that's
it's
how they do like digital camo
right,
and all this.
And now it's widespread among among hunting. This is all you buy at Cabela's. Of course, now they're getting into that sort of that pixelated camouflage. You know what I'm talking
digital
about?
Camo, yeah.
Yeah, but this was the big thing in camouflage. Like I think 10, 15 years ago.
I'm glad you're a connoisseur of camouflage.
I'm not, but I own the hat.
Yeah, I think you are. I think to own the hat, you have to be a connoisseur of camouflage.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I own that. I bought the hat at a Walmart with a friend of mine, only because I wanted to show off by my pseudo knowledge of Mossy Oaks.
The origin of camouflage. Great.
Yeah. So I told this story, and she said, "Well, why don't you just buy it?" And I'm like, "All right, well, I will."
There you go. So it looks like Robert mulled a 6 there, but liked his hand, and Eddie kept 7. Oh, we got a Geist here from Robert. So if he can get that out early, maybe interact with one of Eddie's threats. That's a pretty good clock, and I don't think Geist is something that Tron can really answer. Well, I guess Oblivion Stone can answer it, but
yeah, Geist is definitely the card you want to see on turn 3 here. But yeah, I mean Eddie's got answers for it.
This might just be the turn 3 Ugin from Eddie's end too. He's got 2 of the Tron pieces. I'm not sure if he has a third one in hand, but he might be able to find it.
You can't turn 3 in Ugin.
Oh, it's 8? Oh, you can only get 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
if only.
Maybe he's got Simian Spirit Guide.
If you could turn 3 in Ugin, I would actually quit Magic. I suppose you can if you play Simian Spirit Guide.
Right, of course.
But that would make me throw up.
Nice, the aggressive bolt.
Yeah, aggressive bolt
well.
seems good. Good heads up play by Robert. You want to be as fast as possible here, and sometimes that can matter.
Yeah,
especially
Simian Spirit Guide into Ugin.
Yeah, it matters against the Karn because you want to make sure that you've got all the cards out of your hand as early as possible in case they drop a Karn.
Yeah, that's true. So Robert's going to Serum Visions. Doesn't like either cards. Puts them both at the bottom. Here is Scalding Tarn, and we are going to crack our Sphere or Star. Hard to tell with the old ones what each shape is. But he did something. I think that was a Sphere.
Yeah, I actually have no idea which one that is. So Blooming Marsh on turn 3. Robert is thanking the Lord, any Lord, whichever Lord Robert thanks on a daily basis. That's the one he's thanking right now.
And double Star. It also indicates that Eddie's doesn't have the Ancient Stirrings, because obviously he would have
he would have cast
off his
it. Yeah.
green.
Unless he's planning on.
So
so
here's Geist of Shaint Treft.
Maybe Eddie's got some sort of way to flash in the Ancient Stirrings now.
Question: I had Geist and I cast Lightning Bolt at presumably end of turn. Can my opponent Ricochet Trap to Geist? I don't think so. Does Ricochet Trap somehow not target?
So that's an interesting. The reason that's an interesting question is because Hexproof says spells or abilities opponents control.
Oh.
But the reason that you still cannot Ricochet Trap the Geist is because you've taken control of the spell, right?
Right. So then you control it. Sure.
You know, your opponent no longer. So since you control it, Hexproof is still gonna deny that Ricochet Trap. I am 68% confident in that ruling.
68. All right.
So
it looks like
you
Eddie
have control of the spell since you are now the one choosing the targets.
So Eddie found the third Tron piece, so you can cast Ugin next turn. But this may be a very rare instance where Ugin is not enough. Cause I never mind. I'm dumb. Obviously Ugin can kill a Geist. I was like, Ugin can't bolt Geist, so it might get there. But Ugin's minus ability much more potent. Although, what does Ugin come in at? 6?
7. 7, yeah. It comes in at 7.
So it'll drop down to 4. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It comes in at 7. Remember, because isn't all of his ultimate abilities are all like 7, 7, 7?
Yeah.
Even though he's an 8 drop.
Oh, we got the second tower. Yikes! This is not looking good. So here's Ugin. So does Ugin resolve? And it looks like a yes. So we're probably going down.
You can't spell Queller that. Now that is going to put
minus
each
color
permanent with one or more colors.
Yeah.
So it only takes out color. Yeah. They put the wording on it like that because
they really wanted Tron to be better.
Well, no, they didn't want to use the word colored, which I thought was very sensitive of them.
Sure. So did we not redirect to Ugin? We're just going for the burn kill. Oh man. I mean, he's almost there actually. He's got Snapcaster and Bolt.
And an Electrolyze.
He just cast Electrolyze.
That took him from 11 to 9. I see.
He could have actually killed Ugin there with Bolt plus Electrolyze.
Yeah, I think with the Colonnade, you don't need to do that, right?
Sure. Yeah, that's right.
I think the plan here is to go Bolt, Snap, Bolt, fire up Colonnade, and kill you. Which might work. Unfortunately, Robert does need one more land. Oh, he has land. He's got a Steam Fence. So that might actually work unless Eddie has like the one of mainboard Thragtusk or something.
Yeah, he does have a Worm Coil in hand, but Robert has a path for that.
Well, yeah, and Worm Coil wouldn't even be able to get in its touches to matter on that time clock. So
we got some debate in the chat over whether or not the Ricochet targeting Geist. So we got control definitely changes. You choose new target, or the control of the spell doesn't change.
Well, yeah, I think my guess is we've actually got our resident judge here. So does Ricochet Trap give you control of the spell? It does not. Yeah, it just changes the target. So
you could target a Geist with it.
Yeah, you could target the Geist with it because your opponent still controls the bolts, and so they would be bolting their own Geist, which is perfectly legal because Hexproof says spells or abilities your opponents control.
So I think Robert has the win here with that Bolt Snap Bolt bringing Eddie down to 3. He just needs to attack
get in there with Colonnade.
Yeah.
Let's hope that Eddie doesn't have Fatal Push.
Oh, that's true actually. He very well could have Fatal Push.
So yeah, Shotgun in the Steam Vents.
Although
got 5 mana here.
even if he does have Fatal Push, Robert can still cast a path off the Colonnade to kill Worm Coil. So it won't be the end. Yeah, going for it. In there.
All right, here we go.
Make sure we target our opponent instead of Ugin. Yeah, I don't think we want to attack with Snapcaster.
Yeah, you don't want your opponent to gain life from Worm Coil. Because of the way that life gain no longer goes on the stack from lifelink, If
Yeah,
Robert had
that'll do it.
attacked with the Snapcaster, he would not have won there, unless he decided to path Wormcoil before blocks.
Right. Which was no point in doing
Yeah,
that. Right?
no purpose to do that.
All right. Well, Robert beat Nugan. It's possible.
Yeah, you know what? You know why Robert won that match is that hat that he's wearing.
Oh, right.
And I
The
think
lucky
he needs.
hat.
I think he needs to give that back to me.
Maybe it's his lucky hat now.
I don't want it to have lice when I get it back.
Well, surprising snatching game 1 from the jaws of an Ugin there for Robert. And I'm guessing this matchup gets better for him more than it does for Eddie out of the board.
That's debatable. Eddie can have some good cards with cast triggers like World Breaker.
Yeah.
And those cast triggers are
World
hard
Breaker's
for
very
the,
good
for
in
the
this matchup.
Jeskai deck to deal with.
World Breaker is probably the #1 card Eddie wants to find, right? It blocks everything and it can exile Colonnade.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that seems pretty strong.
Still gets path, but even once it gets path, unlike Wormcoil, it's already done its work.
Right.
So yeah, I like World Breakers a lot here for Eddie. For Robert, yeah, the Ceremonious Projection's probably good.
Sure.
If you got it.
Even just any number of counter spells, really.
Yeah, like
More
we said
counters.
earlier, the Disdainful Stroke.
Yeah.
It was good against Eldrazi Tron, but it's even better here.
He can bring in his Summary Dismissal for World Breaker, right?
I want to see the
Standard classic.
I want to see the Thundermaw Hellkite from Robert. Jeskai midrange does play some of those threats.
He'd probably play Storm Breath though instead of that.
Thundermaw is pretty dope for cleaning up Souls tokens. Souls tokens are one of Jeskai's worst fears.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that we might see the Thundermaw, but you never know. The more you know, the more you coals, as they say.
What? Well,
I guess Robert's got this build seems to be like a 2-3 electrolyze build, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he's banking on that for the anti-souls plan.
So from Eddie's end, I mean, Collective Brutality seems
That seems
good.
But you
It
just don't
doesn't
have a lot
kill
of
Geist.
targets. Yeah, you don't have a lot of targets for the neg 2.
I mean,
But I
even
think
even the Drain.
Yeah, the drain seems fine. Put yourself out of range.
I'm wondering, like, his best answer to Geist is O-Stone, but that's kind of slow, maybe, depending on how how
now
developed his
when
mana
Eddie's
is.
on the play, that's actually the perfect speed for Geist.
Well, if he gets Tron.
Well, no, he doesn't even.
I mean, otherwise you take 2 hits or 1 hit from it, I
you
guess.
just take 1 hit from it, right?
Yeah.
You play it on turn 3. Turn 4, you let him swing with his Geist. Turn
Still
5.
take 6.
Sure, but he gets
I
20,
play a
he
Lightning
gets 20
Bolt
life points.
or 3 mana for 6 damage.
Yeah.
Do we think Robert has Blood Moon? Probably not.
Maybe he has 1, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the Colonnade Blood Moon plan is the best
I bet he's
plan.
got a Crumble to Dust.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not, I'm not a big advocate of that card for the Jeskai deck. It's nice that you could Snapcaster it.
Do you bring in Stony Silence here?
If you have it, what I like to do, I play 2 Stony Silence in a mid-range deck, and what I do against Tron is when I'm on the play, I bring in 2 because on the play it's good, and I want to maximize my chance of having one because it's pretty solid on turn 2. When I'm on the draw, sometimes I like to cut one because I really don't want to see it, honestly.
Right.
But if I can get it in my opening hand or later in the game, it's fine.
Yeah.
To take out the O-Stone, but it's so bad on turn 2 when your opponent plays the
Has
turn
already
1
cracked
map.
their map, yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely don't want to see multiple copies, and it's not necessary that I have one when I'm on the draw. But if Robert has 1 or 2, I'd say bring him in. I think the wear and tear is probably too deep. I don't think you want the wear and tear.
Yeah, you don't really
here.
need. I mean,
like
the chance that you catch an O-Stone, like
taking an O-Stone or a map could be fine, but on the draw, that's almost never going to happen in a way that works well for you. And the one half of that, using the wear to kill 1/3 of a Wormcoil engine,
that doesn't seem
is
very
horrible.
Good. It does not seem
so
like something you want to do.
The wear and tear is probably the card too much, but
So
I'd bring in the Stony.
Yeah. So both players kept 7. Robert does have a turn 3 Geist again. Eddie here has a bit of a better opener, maybe with the Ancient Stirrings of his Forest. Yeah, we found the World Breaker.
World Breaker, pretty good.
Yeah.
But turn 1 Forest isn't great for Eddie.
Sure. I saw he had at least 2 Tron pieces in hand. And now he has map to
and
find
a map.
the 3rd.
So he's got all 4 pieces, barring the Shadow of Doubt.
Yeah, you
or
never
the
know.
Aven Mind Sensor. Robert actually could have an Aven Mind Sensor in the sideboard. That's one of the ways that these Jeskai mid-range decks try to shore up their matchup against not only Tron, but also Court of Calling decks and Valakut decks.
Yeah.
His Aven Mind Sensor is pretty good. It's a good beater and plays that role pretty well.
So we see a relic here from Eddie. That seems fine. I mean, obviously he died to Snapcaster last game, so
yeah. Robert getting a really good shuffling.
This has been one for the ages.
Have you seen that video on YouTube where that Jeskai player is cheating at a tournament? And he, there's a YouTube video. It's by a guy with a channel who has a lot of videos about cheating.
Huh.
But there's this Jeskai mid-range player who's playing against like Ad Nauseam or Tron or something, and he cycles Geist to the top of his deck.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then he does it on camera too, at like a PPTQ or something.
Jeez.
And he gets called out for it by this guy on YouTube.
Eddie,
yeah, it's pretty funny.
Vigilantly playing around the mind sensor here, just cracking the expedition map main phase.
That is the prudent thing to do. I mean, it's not like you're gonna, it's not like Tron has some big interactive play to make instead.
Do we have a link to those cheating videos? Well,
maybe someone got a link.
Someone was asking if we had a link.
I could try to find a link.
Yeah, but you can't. You're just gonna read the link off. Matt, if you could find a link to some Jeskai player evidently cycling Geist to the top of his deck, you should post that in chat for us. End step Snapcaster, just getting in there.
It's a pretty popular video.
Oh,
on
Robert
YouTube.
did bring in the Wear Tear. Saw it in his hand there. Unfortunately, I think Robert might lose the World Breaker here.
Oh, so I did find the video. If you are interested, I can try to get it in chat. But if you just Google worst cheater ever, Magic the Gathering cards, you'll see a guy in a lime green sweatshirt. Is on the video thumbnail. It's a guy in a lime green sweatshirt on the right, and it's by MTG Lion. That's the guy. He's a pretty big MTG YouTuber. MTG Lion is where the video's from. Again, that's worst cheater ever.
All right, looks like you got it, and we got the link in there. All right, so World Breaker came down here, exiled Robert's only white source, and now Robert probably loses. Yeah,
so like we said at the outset,
yep.
World Breaker is how you win this one.
Yeah,
pretty brutal.
So we did see Robert did bring in the Wear Tear there. Not sure about it.
I think that is the card too much. I mean, maybe I defer to Robert in this kind of thing. I think he's good at playing Jeskai, but I don't like the Wear Tear. I think it's okay on the play, but on the draw,
I mean, like
on the play you can take out an expedition.
Sure, that's fine.
On the draw, you're not doing anything with that card.
Like you could kill Relic, but
that seems terrible.
Right. Maybe he brought it in for like a Batter Skull or something. I guess you could maybe snipe one of those if you're lucky.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I mean, what's a good answer to Batter Skull is Stony Silence. I mean, I can't get behind the Wear and Tear on the draw. On the play maybe, but on the draw no way. But hey, maybe Robert's got some in mind that we're not thinking of. Maybe Robert's worried about the the Ley Line of the Voids, or maybe the Leaf Crown Dryads. Some big enchantments.
It does take out a Ley Line of Sanctity.
We think Eddie has a Ley Line.
No, but maybe he's thinking about that.
If Eddie were on white-green Tron, it'd be possible that he had a Ley Line. On black-green,
you can filter 2 off your stars, right? You can get 2 white.
There's no. If we were on white-green, if Eddie were on white-green Tron, I would say, you know what, Robert? Yeah, Wear and Tear's fine. But on the black-green, I mean, geez, the black-green deck won't even play a Corsair Crufix because double green.
Yeah, well, certainly.
There's no relevant enchantments, and the only artifacts you're going to hit aren't really worth it on the draw. But we'll talk to Robert afterwards. We'll see what he says. He's been playing the deck for a while, so maybe he knows a lot more than I do. My guess is he does know a lot more than I do about the deck. Or maybe we'll figure it out when Eddie if Eddie collected brutalities Robert, and his only choices are to take a Wear Tear and I don't know, something like a Wear Tear or a World Fire, and Eddie's like, I'll take the World Fire, and then we'll know that the Wear and Tear was bad.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Eddie brought in the Trinus here. That's interesting. I think Robert did not have any lands there. Both players are mulliganing to 6.
Trinisphere seems okay, except for that the scariest card is Geist of Saint Traft, and that already
It's gonna
costs
cost
3
3,
mana.
yeah.
But I think Trinisphere is fine. I mean, slowing down the bolt, Trinisphere really makes Bolt, Snap, Bolt very hard to do.
Yeah, for sure. 6 mana.
9 mana for a Bolt, Snap, Bolt.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's pretty rough. It'd be sweet if there was a card like Trinisphere that made everything cost 3, sort of like a Fist of the Suns, right?
Right, even it reduced the cost of some cards.
That'd be insane. Definitely would be banned.
Yeah, that would be so stupid.
Yeah.
Just cast that and then cast Emrakul.
That's what Fist of the Suns is. That's what that deck does. Have you seen these decks?
I've seen Fist of the Suns, yeah.
Yeah, you play like you basically play Grishel Brand, but you play like 4 Sylvan Caryatids just to make, and then you play your Fist, and then you play your Emrakul for, for 5 colors and get there. It's pretty sweet.
You know what? A deck that I have mised about that is probably terrible is some sort of like 5-color Tron variant with like one of the like Mana Confluence or the new Cascading Cataracts that you can filter 5 mana for.
No. What's our favorite 5-color Tron card? Captured in a Prism or whatever. What is that card called?
Prism Array.
Prism Array.
That is one of the worst cards ever printed.
No. It's a good card.
If you guys want to see a bad card, search Prism Array from
I
Battle
opened one in Limited and I loved it to death.
Looks like both players are keeping 6.
I didn't play it, but it was beautiful. It's a beautiful card. What do you do if you pay 5, you get to scry 3?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's bad.
And you can remove counters from it to tap your opponent's things. Ooh,
tapping your opponent's stuff isn't terrible, but the payoff needed to be more than scry 3. In fact, there's probably no amount of scry that makes that worth it. If it was scry 10, I'm not sure I would play it.
No, definitely
If it were
not.
scry 60, and I could literally
because
rearrange
you
my
could
deck.
play that, or you could pay 5 mana and put Emrakul into play.
That's true. That's true, yep.
So Robert with the turn 1 Visions, Eddie with the turn 1 Ancient Stirrings. Essentially the same card in the decks. Not really. Ancient Stirrings quite a bit better.
Speaking of five colors, what do we think of Chromasticore?
Chromanticore?
That's right.
Ooh, Robert with the second land tapped off the top. Interesting.
Do we like Chromanticore in Modern? Can it be done?
Soulflare Manticore, it's a gimmicky combo.
Okay, yeah, that seems fun.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Jund Soulflare decks?
Yeah.
With Prophetic Flamespeaker and Vengevine.
And then Robert misses third land drop here. That is not great.
Yeah, that's rough.
And Eddie is going to get to see quite a few extra cards, man. Oh, Robert has the Wear Tear in hand, but he doesn't have any enchantment to destroy because he doesn't have red mana to destroy the rocks.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, this is not looking good. This one might just be over because Robert can't find his third
Eddie's
land.
just sitting on a random. Eddie's sitting on a redundant tower, a Karn, and the World Breaker.
But he just wants Sylvan
Oh,
Scrying.
there's or an Ancient Stirrings, right?
And the Anvil Scrying.
Oh, we got Stirrings and Scrying.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So then you go get your basic 4 so you can cast your Stirring. Oh, wait. Maybe we'll just get the third Tron piece here.
Am I wrong, or I feel like there you just lead with the Stirrings, right? When just pay your forest?
No, why would you?
Well, because then if you hit the Tron land, you can play Karn this turn.
Yeah, I guess, but if you don't, then you just wasted your turn not getting your land.
Yeah, sure, but I don't know.
Plus, now we have 5 mana.
Does he have anything to play with that 5 mana though?
He can play a star.
If he doesn't have anything to play with this 5 mana, then it's like a moot point. He should have definitely used Ancient Stirrings first, right?
I don't know.
I'm almost positive that's the correct thing to do.
Well, now he can just cast Ancient Stirrings off this.
Yeah, but now he can't Karn.
That's true.
He could have Karned. What do you think the chances are they ban Ancient Stirrings? Pretty low, but I would love that. That would just make my day.
Ancient Stirrings specifically?
Dude, that is the most busted, annoying cantrip ever.
I mean,
like it's so busted.
Is it better than like commune with something?
Commune with the gods.
Well, that one costs 3, but the new one,
No,
commune with dinosaurs.
That costs 2.
Oh, okay.
Commune with dinosaurs. Yeah, that card's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. Robert did not find his third land drop, and he will die to whatever is played here. I don't think he has a 2-mana counter.
Yeah, it's tough for Robert starting with Serum.
Actually, he may have drawn a
Visions and-
Ceremonious Rejection. I'm not sure what that blue card was.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that's going to help him that much.
Disdainful Stroke.
Disdainful Stroke, okay.
I'll be
Yeah.
countered Karn.
Yeah, but Eddie's got a World Breaker still, so. Let's see if Robert can draw himself out of this one.
No, he
Queller.
did not. Another
not
3
quite.
drop. Man, the draws did not
Man, if only this Wear Tear
connect
were a
very well
land.
for Robert. All right, well, Eddie has infinite mana.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mana. Oh, baby.
Worm Coil, that had to be the worst thing he could have played, but I guess he still gets to play World Breaker here. Yeah.
Yeah, and then in response to the cast trigger, Robert's going to have to path.
Yeah.
So, Eddie
Yeah, both players mulligan to 6 this
gonna
game,
search for
but
a basic.
Eddie's hand clearly quite a bit more functional than Robert's.
Yeah, so Robert had the Serum Visions,
Oh,
but didn't
man.
help him.
And well, it did help him. The
Well,
Serum
yeah,
Visions
he got
found
the Colonnade, yeah,
Right.
but one land Serum Visions was. I feel like on a 6 you got to keep it, but it's tough.
Yeah,
You know?
Robert did find his third land here, but after taking that World Breaker hit is not going to
Now
be
I
enough.
mean, it's not like he doesn't have some time here. If Eddie's hand is crap, you know, Tron no longer has Eye of Ujin to shore up their late game tutoring.
Sure.
So maybe Robert's got the time to come back, but seems real tough.
Yeah, Robert does need to quickly find another path for this World Breaker. Yeah, I think Eddie might just have like lands and Sylvan Scrying in hand, so he's got infinite mana. Man, Robert drew another 3 drop.
Jeez. Oh, the Stony. Does he have a counter in hand? Shouldn't he have just played out the Stony? Oh, there's a Karn for
No, he
Eddie.
drew a Geist that turn. Oh, no, he did draw a Stony. Yeah, I don't know. No, he's just bluffing a counter, I guess. But obviously, yeah.
All right.
Man, that'll do it. Tough game there for Robert. Couldn't find the third. And then he found quite a few lands in a row there.
Well, he shouldn't have worn my hat. That's the
The bad luck hat.
the bad luck hat. I mean, I wear that hat all the time, and I have nothing but bad luck. I tried to tell him.
Well, and unfortunately, I think that matchup's actually pretty decent. We saw Robert win there through an Ugin in game 1, which is very difficult for most
Yeah.
decks to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think with enough remands and spell quellers, snaps and bolts, I think this matchup is fine for Jeskai, but Robert's struggling there. His own deck's beating him in the face. So.
All right. Well, that'll do it for a somewhat quick round 4. We will try to find another game that is in sideboarding to move to the camera here, assuming we are able to. Last round, unfortunately, all the games were basically done when we finished our on-camera match. We weren't able to find something, but
Yeah, we will give it the good college try.
Yeah, we'll look for another game. So stay tuned, guys.